(1903) Mercedes Simplex 60 PS. Presented in 1903, the Mercedes Simplex 60 PS followed the innovative footsteps of the Mercedes 35 HP, which Jellinek had started to develop at the beginning of 1900. It had a low-pressed steel chassis and a cast alloy 9.3-liter engine, giving a top speed of 68 miles per hour, or 109 kilometers an hour. 1928 Mercedes-Benz Nürburg. The Nürburg 460 made its debut in 1928 as the first Mercedes-Benz series-produced passenger car to feature an 8-cylinder engine. The engine was a 4.6-liter straight-8 side-valve unit for which maximum output was given as 80 horsepower and 176 pound-feet of torque. The top speed is about 62 miles per hour, or 100 kilometers an hour. 1930 Mercedes-Benz 770 Grand Mercedes. In 1930, Mercedes-Benz unveiled the 770 Grand Mercedes as the successor to the Mercedes-Benz Typ 630 with the internal code W07. The 770 was powered by an inline 8-cylinder engine of 7.7-liter capacity with an overhead camshaft and aluminum pistons. This engine produced 150 horsepower at 2,800 RPM without supercharging. 1937 Mercedes-Benz 320. The Mercedes-Benz Typ 320 was a 6-cylinder passenger car launched in February 1937 as a successor to the Mercedes-Benz Typ 290. Power came from an enlarged straight-six 3.2-liter side-valve engine with a listed maximum output of 78 horsepower and 161 pound-feet of torque, supporting a claimed top speed of 78 miles per hour, or 126 kilometers an hour. 1951 Mercedes-Benz 300. The Mercedes-Benz 300 was launched at the first IAA International Motor Show in Frankfurt in April 1951. The 4-door, 6-passenger Type 300 was available both as a saloon or cabriolet. The 300 featured many luxury features. A Becker radio, VHF mobile telephone, and dictation machine were geared to the businessman or politician. 1951 Mercedes-Benz 220. Introduced at the Frankfurt Motor Show in April 1951, the 220 was powered by a single overhead camshaft inline 6-cylinder 2.2-liter M180 engine producing 80 horsepower. The manufacturer claimed a top speed of 87 miles per hour, 140 kilometers an hour for the saloons, and 90 miles per hour, 154 kilometers an hour for the cabriolets. 1954 Mercedes-Benz 220. Introduced in 1954, the 220 model was the first Mercedes-Benz 6-cylinder model to feature a unitized body design. It all started with a 2.2-liter unit that offered 85 horsepower, while the top version featured a 115 horsepower unit from the same displacement. All versions featured 4-speed manual gearboxes. 1959 Mercedes-Benz 220. In August 1959, Mercedes-Benz introduced its new top luxury model, the 220 model, a car built in the American style of fintail, but with German engineering. The W111 and W112 models were powered by 6-cylinder engines only, with power ranged between 95 horsepower and 160 horsepower. 1963 Mercedes-Benz 600. Unveiled at the 1963 IAA International Motor Show, the S600 became the most expensive car in the world, and the technology involved was way ahead of its time. The S600 is powered by a 6.3-liter V8 engine that produces 250 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque. It accelerates from 0 to 62 miles per hour in just 9.7 seconds, with a top speed of 127 miles per hour, or 204 kilometers an hour. 1965 Mercedes-Benz 250S to 300 SEL. The updated and larger W108, W109 model lines were introduced in 1965. 1972 Mercedes-Benz S-Class. In September 1972, the first officially designated Mercedes-Benz S-Class, internal designation W116, replaced the W108-109 series. 1979 Mercedes-Benz S-Class. In September 1979, Daimler-Benz presented a new S-Class generation at the IAA in Frankfurt. (1991) Mercedes-Benz S-Class. In March 1991, the S-Class generation, W140 series, made its debut at the Geneva Motor Show. Mercedes-Benz built 432,732 examples of the 140 series, comprising 406,710 sedans and 26,022 coupes. 1998 Mercedes-Benz S-Class. At the Paris Motor Show in September 1998, the public was introduced to 6 S-Class saloons in the W220 series, which succeeded the W140 series after 7.5 years. 2005 Mercedes-Benz S-Class. In 2005, the S-Class generation M221 series made its debut at the Frankfurt Motor Show. On May 11, 2009, Mercedes-Benz announced the sale of 270,000 units since the original W221 launch. 2013 Mercedes-Benz S-Class. The S-Class Generation W222 series debuted on May 15, 2013 in Hamburg, Germany, and entered production in Sindelfingen, Germany in June 2013. (2015) Mercedes-Benz S-Class Maybach. In 2015, Mercedes brought back the Maybach name as a sub-brand of the Mercedes lineup, representing advanced luxury. The first model produced was the Mercedes Maybach S-Class, designed to be pitched against the Bentley Mulsanne and Rolls-Royce Phantom 8. (2020) Mercedes-Benz S-Class. The S-Class W223 was unveiled online on September 2, 2020, as the 7th generation of the S-Class. The W223 is based on the 2nd generation modular MRA platform and uses a 4-link front suspension and multi-link independent rear suspension. The engines are carried over from the previous generation of W222 with 2 petrol and diesel 6-cylinder inline engines at launch. The petrol V8 and plug-in hybrid versions will be launched in 2021. (2020) Mercedes-Benz S-Class Maybach. The 2021 Mercedes Maybach S-Class was revealed on November 19, 2020, with model designations S580 and S650. Available engines are 4-liter biturbo V8 for the S580 and 6-liter biturbo V12 for the S650. Both are fitted with a standard 4MATIC all-wheel drive system.